Welcome to the channel. You've got options. Today, this video is going to be very technical. I'm going to demonstrate how to make a dividend planner using Google Sheets. We are going to use I'm going to use some of the features in Google, which is Google Finance, where you can actively get real-time information on stock prices and various other information. But for this video, we'll just focus on stock prices. So I'm going to go ahead and rename this Google Sheet to Dividend Planner. And I'm going to start labeling my columns. I'm going to use the companies Kraft and Ford for the demonstration. There are two key factors you need when figuring out what the dividend payment will be. You need the stock price, which is going to be in column C, and you need the dividend annual yield, which is going to be in column D. The dividend annual yield you can find online, but the stock price we're going to find using Google's feature, Google Finance. All right. As I mentioned, I'm going to start with Kraft, the ticker symbol KHC, and we're going to use the Google Finance. So you notice Google Finance has several options, but for this, we're just going to use the ticker symbol. So I'm going to click on column B2, well, cell B2 to get that ticker symbol. And then there's the attribute, which is price in column C. And there it is. It shows you the active price of Kraft as of right now on the market. So this is real time and is updating as the price actually change. So next we're going to use Ford, and we're going to use the same formula for Ford as well to get that stock price. Again, stock price is very important when we're trying to figure out what the actual annual payout for the dividend is going to be. I could have easily put price after the B. So after B3, I could have put price and it would have been the same thing, but I already had price in cell C1. So now dividend annual yield for both Kraft and Ford. I already know what these are. Kraft is 6% and Ford is 4%. So we're just going to enter those information there. And now we have everything we need to actually figure out what the actual annual payout is. And when I say annual payout, what I mean is if you own one stock of Kraft or one stock of Ford, this column E will tell you what they'll give you a year. So we're just going to put a formula in and it automatically did it for me. We're going to calculate the dividend yield by the price, and it's going to be $1.59. So if you own one share of Kraft at the end of the year, you get $1.59. If you own one share of Ford, you get 56 cents. Now that we have the yearly payout, I'm going to continue to develop this planner. The rest of the planner, we're going to use column F, G, and H. And we're going to set the planner up so that I can figure out how much I want to make from the dividend per year. And the planner is going to tell me exactly how much of the stock I need to buy and what the cost is for that. So let's continue. In column F, we're going to label that number of shares. Column G is going to be purchase value. And then column H is going to be yearly payment. All right, now we're going to start with column G, purchase value. And what we're going to do is we're going to take F2 and multiply it by C2 equals. All right. Now we're going to go to column F. And we're going to take H2 divided by E2. And you're going to see what this does after I'm done. Let's actually put equals H2 divided by E2. All right, the same thing for this one. All right, so what's going to happen now is let's take an example. I want to make $500 from Kraft and 200 from Ford. So what this planner is telling me is in order to make 500 a year from Kraft, I'll need to buy 323 share of Kraft. That's going to cost me a little more than $8,000. If I want $200 a year from Ford, I have to buy 353 share, and that's going to cost me right around $5,000. So now with this planner, I have the ability to figure out how much I want to make from a dividend, and based on its yearly payout, on its dividend annual yield, it's going to tell me exactly how many shares I need to buy and the purchase cost of um, those shares. I hope you got something out of this video. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. Until the next video, remember, you've got options.